12,000 years ago, there was a catastrophe, which is usually called a global war in the solar system. The perpetrators of this event were again the Selbet race. This is the same race whose representatives at that long ago time forced humans to eat the forbidden fruit on Earth's base, Eden. On Selbet, a political party came to power that was strongly opposed to the representatives of Burkhad, one of our creators. Earth was considered a colony of Burkhad at the time. The war started far away in the galaxy, and after a few years, Selbet representatives attacked the solar system and those colonies that existed in the solar system: Earth, Venus, and Mars. They made a surprise attack on the bases of the Burkhadians, the main one being on a planet called Phaethon. The well-known asteroid belt, the debris of Phaethon, located in the orbit between Mars and Jupiter, is the consequences of this attack. The debris of that planet and the Jupiter belt is also its debris. There were no outposts in the solar system. No one was expecting an attack. Upon reaching the solar system, the Selbet representatives split into several formations of warships, the first of which headed for Mars, another for Earth, and a third for Venus. They destroyed Mars first. The Selbetians possessed weapons capable of blowing away the atmosphere or turning the oceans into vapor. Burkhadians and Tumasutians, who were on their ships in the solar system, naturally stood up for humanity. And when Selbetians used chemical weapons against people on Venus, Burkhadians, having landed their ship, managed to evacuate almost all people to another planet, which is called Dissaru in the constellation Hercules. The planet Mars had it much worse. Its inhabitants were almost all dead. It was inhabited by both humans and Tumasaut, who had a city there. As a result of the war, Mars was left without water or atmosphere. There are remains of that civilization on Mars even now. Against the background of low oxygen and oxidation, the skeletons of its inhabitants can be found there even now. The Selbetians fired several energy-gravity bombs at Earth from the distance of Mars's orbit beyond the ecliptic plane, the circle the Earth travels around the Sun through the constellations. The bombing caused the continent to splinter and volcanoes to erupt, and tsunamis were generated. This is called the flood. We can see the consequences of these blows now by looking at a map of the Earth, because before the flood, the Earth had a single continent. As a result of these weapons, the Earth began to fly further away from the Sun, after which snowy winters appeared on Earth and moved towards the planet that is now called the Moon. Before this war, the Moon did not exist as a satellite of Earth. It was a planet located between Mars and Earth, with a large alien base. A collision would have been inevitable with another asteroid belt, if not for the intervention of the Burkhadians with the gravitational fields of their 17 ships, who stopped this approach. After the arrival of the rest of their ships, they were able to place the Moon in the orbit it is in now. Because of the artificial intervention, the Moon turned always one side toward the Earth. As the Moon got closer, water began to overflow, coastal areas sank, and this is called the world flood.